Okay, I'm going to demonstrate how to solve a dot plot problem that is asking what fraction of something. So this is a group of runners was asked how many minutes they each ran per day to prepare for a half marathon race. The dot plot shows the responses the runners gave. What fraction of the runners ran 60 minutes or less per day? Now, we know that a fraction is part of a whole. So anytime you see that word fraction, you need to go, okay, my answer will be part of a whole. So we need to figure out what is the part and what is the whole. So to get the whole thing, we would count all of the dots. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So there are 20 data points in all. Now, to get the part, I need to read the question. It's telling me what part needs to be circled. So it says 60 minutes or less. Now, remember that when you are looking for these, you're looking at the number line underneath. You are not starting with the dots on top unless it is a frequency problem. So 60 minutes or less, here's 60 minutes, and 50 would be less than 60, as well as 40 would be less than 60. So I need to just count these data points here that are on the 40, 50, and 60. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I get 6 out of 20. Now, if the fraction can be simplified, it needs to be simplified, or else you will not find the answer in your multiple choice choices. So we would start by trying to divide by our numerator, because if it works, it's going to be the greatest common factor. So we cannot divide 20 by 6. So if that doesn't work, you're going to try 2, 3, 5, and so on until you find something that will go in. Well, they are both even numbers, so I know that I can divide them both by 2. So 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 20 divided by 2 is 10. Now, is there anything that I can divide those by? No, 3 is actually a prime number and could only be divided by 1 and 3, and 10 cannot be divided by that. So there's my final answer, 3/10. So that was the I do. So we're going to move on to the we do. So I want you to pause it when I tell you to pause and do these steps by yourself and check and see how you did before proceeding. So the dot plot shows the number of watermelon seeds found in various slices of watermelon. Here we have that what fraction, again, of watermelon slices had 5 or more seeds. So fraction, go ahead and write down anytime you see that fraction, part over a whole. Now, I want you to count all of the dots. So go ahead, pause the video and count, and then you can resume the video and see if you got it right. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So once again, we've got 20 data points. Now I want you to pause the video, and on the number line, I want you to underline the numbers that are 5 or more. So go to the number line, underline the numbers that are 5 or more, and then unpause the video. Okay, so 5 would be included, and then 6 is more, 7 is more, 8 is more, and 9 is more. So that means we want to count the data points on top of those numbers in order to get our part. So right now, pause the video and count your part. Okay, so you should have gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so remember our first step is to see if it can be simplified. We can't divide 20 by 14, so let's start with 2. 2 will go into both 20 and 14. So go ahead, pause the video, simplify. Did you get 7 over 10? It cannot be simplified again, so that would be your answer. So on this next problem here, this is the you do. So I want you to pause the video, do the entire problem by yourself, and see how you did. Okay, so a group of fifth graders was surveyed to determine the number of times they buy lunch from the cafeteria each week. The results are shown in the dot plot. What fraction of the students buy lunch from the cafeteria 3 or 4 days of the school week? So we know that a fraction is going to be part of a whole. So first we're going to count the whole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's our whole, our denominator. Okay, now 3 or 4, so we're going to number or locate that on the number line. So there's 3, there's 4. That is just 2 data points. Now, as you can see, the answer is not there because it needs to be simplified. The numerator is 2, and we can divide both the top and bottom by 2. So we're going to do that, and we would get 1/6. So the answer is B.